Welcome to The Factor Uncensored. Tonight, Wednesday, marks a year since a school shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde. That'll be tomorrow. We're previewing it tonight. Advocates demanding change to state law. It may not come as much of a surprise. Very little has changed in the GOP-controlled state legislature here in Texas. Mind you, the shooter in Uvalde killed 19 children and 2 teachers in a 4th grade classroom. A few months ago, there was a damning report by state lawmakers showing a slow response from law enforcement, who waited more than an hour to save the kids and teachers. And now, some want a change to state laws when it comes to guns, and there is the smallest signs of hope, including Senate Bill 728, which closes a mental health loophole exposed by media reports after the shooting in Uvalde, will go to the governor's desk. And other bills to bring gun change are being talked about more often than previous sessions. Joining me now to talk about it is HTX Tactical gun shop owner George Abrego. So George, obviously you are an advocate for owning guns, but owning guns safely.
Correct.
With all the mechanisms in place to keep it away from your children or someone stealing it out of the house. What we have seen in the legislature, are you surprised that there hasn't been more action when it comes to gun control here in Texas after Uvalde?
So I think that anytime there's a tragedy, that most of these anti-gun politicians are going to use that to their advantage to pass these anti-gun laws. Unfortunately, you know, never let a good tragedy go to waste. It's unfortunate, but you know, most of these laws that they're trying to push are what I like to call just feel-good laws. You know, they sound good, they make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and you know, their constituents are saying, hey, you know, they're actually doing something. You know, these are going to work to save kids in the future and less gun crime and this and that. But you know, the truth is, they're not going to do anything to minimize these horrible crimes, unfortunately.
Now, what we saw earlier this month or last month, not quite sure, but recently there was an attempt to raise the age of those who can own or buy or purchase a semi-automatic gun from 18 to 21. There was some hope it went through committee, but then it ended. Why do you think most people who are pro-gun are those individuals, why are they against that?
Well, personally, I say it every time. You know, I believe that any gun law is an infringement to our Second Amendment rights, and any gun laws are simply unconstitutional, regardless of whether you're 21.
And that's what the governor said, it was unconstitutional.
Correct.
But for those who say, why does an 18-year-old need an AR-15 or the ability to buy it or own it?
So I believe any gun law is unconstitutional. Excuse me. I believe any gun law is unconstitutional, whether you're 18 or 21. You know, an 18-year-old can go sign up in the Army, fight for our country, and they'll give him an M16, they'll give him a sidearm, but he can't go into the store and buy one to protect himself. How does that make any sense?
But why would, and we're getting into this debate that we always get into, but why would an 18-year-old need an AR-15 to protect himself? Can he just get a pistol?
Well, the thing is, you got to be 21 to buy a pistol already. An AR-15 is a long gun; it's a rifle. So currently, you can be 18 to buy one, right? And it's no more deadly than a hunting arm. You know, people like to bring out these AR-15 arguments and say, "Oh, it's a super deadly gun. It's got an extended stock. It's got a muzzle brake on it. It's got a flash hider. It's got an extended magazine." You know, it's just, again, they're feel-good laws. They don't do anything for us. Let me use this example: Chicago. You can't own. You can pretty much own no guns in Chicago legally. So all these crimes in Chicago that are, you know, all these people that are committing these murders, most of these people are underage. So how are these guys getting these guns? Tell me how are these laws working in Chicago when nobody can own these AR-15s, whether you're 18, 21, 25, or 30?
Well, George, we got a lot of work to do here in this country when it comes to gun laws, individuals who shouldn't have guns, whether it's mental health issues or it's just someone who's angry or been bullied. We've got a lot of work to do. Always good to see you here on The Factor. Thank you for dropping by.